The most important thing we've learned so far as children are concerned is never, never, never let them near your television set. Or better still, just don't install the idiotic thing at all. In almost every house we've been, we've watched them gaping at the screen. They loll and slop and lounge about and stare until their eyes pop out. Last week in someone's place we saw a dozen eyeballs on the floor. They sit and sit until they're hypnotised by it, until they're absolutely drunk with all that shocking, ghastly junk. Oh yes, we know it keeps them still. They don't climb out the windowsill. They never fight or kick or punch. They leave you free to cook their lunch and wash the dishes in the sink. But did you ever stop to think, to wonder just exactly what? Now, can you guess who I am?
Who am I? Wherever I am, there's always Pooh. There's always Pooh in me. Whatever I do, he wants to do. Where are you going today? Said Pooh. Let's look for dragons, I said to Pooh. Yeah, let's, said Pooh to me. We crossed the river and found a few. Yes, those are dragons all right, said Pooh. As soon as I saw the brakes, I knew. That's what they are, said Pooh, said he. That's what they are, said Pooh. Let's frighten the dragons, I said to Pooh. That's right, said Pooh to me. I'm not afraid, I said to Pooh, and I held his paw and I shouted, shoo! Silly old dragons! And off they flew. I wasn't afraid, said Pooh, said he. I'm never afraid with you. So wherever I am, there's always Pooh. There's always Pooh and me.
A Quiet Night In by Jill Murphy. I want you all in bed early tonight, said Mrs. Lodge. It's Daddy's birthday and we are going to have a quiet night in. Can we be there too? Asked Laura. No, said Mrs. Lodge. It wouldn't be quiet with all you lot charging about like a herd of elephants. But we are a herd of elephants, said Lester. Smarty pants, said Mrs. Lodge. Come on now, coats on, it's time for school. That evening, Mrs. Lodge had the children bathed and in their pyjamas before they had even had their tea. They were all very cross. It's only 4:30, said Lester. It's not even dark yet. It will be soon, said Mrs. Lodge grimly. After tea, the children set about making place cards and decorations for the dinner table. Then they all tidied up. Then Mrs. Lodge tidied up again. Mr. Lodge arrived home looking very tired. We are all going to bed, said Lester. So you can be quiet, said Laura. Without us, said Luke. Shh, said the baby. Happy birthday, said Mrs. Lodge. Come and see the table. Mr. Lodge sank heavily into the sofa. It's lovely, dear, he said. But do you think we could have our dinner on trays in front of the TV? I'm feeling a bit tired. Of course, said Mrs. Lodge. It's your birthday. You can have whatever you want. We'll help, said Luke. The children ran to the kitchen and brought 2 trays. I'll set them, said Mrs. Lodge. We don't want everything ending up on the floor. Can we have a story before we go to bed, asked Luke. Please, said Lester. Go on, Dad, said Laura. Just one story, said the baby. Oh, all right, said Mr. Lodge. Just one then. Lester chose a book and they all cuddled up on the sofa. Can you guess who I am?
Gran was in her chair, she was taking a nap, when I tapped on her shoulder to see if she could rap. Gran, can you rap? Can you rap? Can you, Gran? And she opened one eye and she said to me, Man, I'm the best rapping Gran this world has ever seen. I'm a tip-top, slip-slap, rap queen. And she rose from the chair in the corner of the room and she started to rap with a bim-bam-boon. And she rolled up her eyes and she rolled round her head. And as she rolled by, this is what she said. I'm the best rapping Gran this world has ever seen. I'm a nip-nap, yip-yap, rap queen. Then she rapped past my dad and she rapped past my mother. She rapped past me and my little baby brother. She wrapped her arms narrow, she wrapped her arms wide, she wrapped through the door and she wrapped outside. She's the best wrapping gran this world has ever seen. She's a drip, drop, trip, trap, rap, rap queen. She wrapped down the garden, she wrapped down the street. The neighbours all cheered as they tapped their feet. She wrapped through the traffic lights as they turned red. As she wrapped round the corner, this is what she said. I'm the best rapping gran this world has ever seen. I'm a flip-flop hip-hop rap queen. She rapped down the lane, she rapped up the hill, and as she disappeared she was rapping still. I could hear Gran's voice. Listen, man, listen to the rap of the rap gran. I'm the best rapping gran this world has ever seen. I'm a tip-top, slip-slap, nip-nap, yip-yap, hip-hop, trip-trap, touch a cap, take a nap, happy, 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 rap queen.
A furry friend, a purr in the night, a little ball of fluff curled up tight, a meowing companion, a cuddle buddy, a foot warmer, cosy and fluffy, a bird chaser, a mouse chaser, a cheek, leg and head butter, a wide-eyed fellow, mild and meek, a mastermind of hide and seek. A cat is a best friend, loving and loyal, until the very end. Can you guess who I am?
This is me. I love me. I am who I'm meant to be. Even if I lie, I always have to try. This is me, or isn't me. I've been trying to be someone who isn't me. But that's not me. I am me, and I love me. This is me, my friends agree. I always try and show what's inside. My friends love me, whoever I may be.
This is how the story begins. On a dark, dark hill, there was a dark, dark town. In the dark, dark town, there was a dark, dark street. In the dark, dark street, there was a dark, dark house. In the dark, dark house, there was a dark, dark staircase. Down the dark, dark staircase, there was a dark, dark cellar. And in the dark, dark cellar, some skeletons lived.
My name is Taylor Dior, this princess is 9. The more I grow, more and more, the more this princess shines. My name is also Sarai, and it means our princess. And although sometimes I'm shy, and my name is Sarai, I want others to feel the same and feel special when they hear their name. Because I love my friends at school, I brought them in a special tool. Now look in the mirror and tell me what you see. Do you feel the same way as me? So come on girls, all over the world, every girl needs a beautiful smile. So follow me and shine with Sarai.
In winter I get up at night and dress by yellow candlelight. In summer, quite the other way, I have to go to bed by day. I have to go to bed and see the birds still hopping on the tree, or hear the grown-up people's feet still going past me on the street. And it does not seem hard to you when all the sky is clear and blue, and I should like so much to play to have to go to bed by day.
Painting is a painter, she's a speedy painting queen. She paints her pictures quicker than the world has ever seen. She splashes paint so rapidly, her motion is a blur. As artist goes, there's no one else who's quite as fast as her. She's fond of painting animals and plants and people too. She'll often paint a landscape or a lovely sunset view. She'll tell you this one is a cat and this one is a house, and this one is a rocket ship and this one is a mouse. It's hard to tell for certain though, they all just look like slop. She doesn't paint them with a brush, she paints them with a mop. Can you guess who I am?
Down with children, do them in, boil their bones and fry their skin. Bish them, squish them, bash them, mash them, break them, shake them, slash them, smash them. Offer chocks with magic powder, say eat up, then say it louder. Cram them full of sticky eats, send them home still guzzling sweets. And in the morning, little fools, go marching off to separate schools. A girl feels sick and goes all pale. She yells, hey look, I've grown a tail. A boy who's standing next to her screams, help, I think I'm growing fur. Another shouts, we look like freaks, there's vistas growing on our cheeks. A boy who was extremely tall cries out, what's wrong, I'm growing small. 4 tiny legs begin to sprout from everybody round about. And all at once, all in a trice, there are no children, only mice. And every school is mice galore, all running round the schoolroom floor. And all the poor demented teachers is yelling, hey, who are these creatures? They stand upon the desks and shout, "Get out, you filthy mice, get out! Does someone fetch some mousetraps, please, and don't forget to bring the cheese." Now mousetraps come in every trap, go snippity-snip and snappity-snap. The mousetraps have a powerful spring, the springs go crack and snap and ping. His lovely noise for us to hear is music to a witch's ear. Dead mice is every place around, piled 2 feet deep upon the ground. The teacher's searching left and right, but not a single child in sight. The teachers cry, "What's going on? Oh, where have all the children gone? It's 9:30, and as a rule, they're never late as this for school." Poor teachers don't know what to do. Some sit and read, and just a few amuse themselves throughout the day by sweeping all the mice away. And all us bitches shout, "Hooray!" Can you guess who I am?
We're going on a bear hunt, we're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day, we're not scared. Uh-oh, grass, long wavy grass. We can't go over it, we can't go under it. Oh no, we've got to go through it. Swishy, swashy, swishy, swashy. Can you guess who I am?
Care of exotic pets. Number 1, the axolotl at bedtime. Never give your axolotl chocolate in a bottle. Serve it in a tiny egg cup, not too cold and not too hot. Make him sip it very slowly. Not too much, never a lot. After all, he's just a sleepy, snuggly bedtime axolotl. Then tuck him very gently in his hand-carved wooden cottle. Turn the lights out 7:30, never later on the dottle. Sing him songs of salamanders, give it everything you've got. As there's nothing like a tune to serenade your axolotl. Brush his gills out on the pillow, never mind the wise or wattle. Once he's deeply all a-slumber, sweetly snoring off you trottle. Think of him snug in his dreamland, flying kites or sailing yachtle. Then you'll sigh, you've done your duty, time to clean the pans and pottle. Come tomorrow, he'll be one fresh clean as mustard axolotl.
Elmer. There was once a herd of elephants. Elephants young, elephants old, elephants tall or fat or thin. Elephants like this, that or the other, all different, but all happy and all the same colour. All that is, except Elmer. Elmer was different. Elmer was patchwork. Elmer was yellow and orange and red and pink and purple and blue and green and black and white. Elmer was not elephant colour. It was Elmer who kept the elephants happy. Sometimes he joked with the other elephants. Sometimes they joked with him. But if there was even a little smile, it was usually Elmer who started it. One night, Elmer couldn't sleep for thinking, and the thing that he was thinking was that he was tired of being different. Whoever heard of a patchwork elephant, he thought. No wonder they laugh at me. In the morning, before the others were really awake, Elmer slipped quietly away.
If I had a world of my own, everything would be nonsense. Nothing would be what it is, because everything would be what it isn't. And contrariwise, what is, it wouldn't be. And what it wouldn't be, it would. You see?
So, what makes Lucy Bronze such a good player? Strength. Lucy uses her physical presence against opponents. Speed. Lucy drives forward from the back at pace. Determination. She has used injury setbacks to come back stronger. Crossing. She delivers superb balls to her teammates. Tackling. Lucy is one of the finest at taking the ball from the opposition. Stopping and scoring. Lucy is an awesome defender, but she scores some fantastic goals too. Bronze in numbers. Lucy has some fantastic numbers to her name. 2. Lucy's England shirt number. 3. English League Championships. 3. French League Championships. 3. Women's Champions League wins. 4. Domestic Cup wins. 87 caps and 9 goals for England. 1 FIFA Best Women's Player Award. 1
UEFA Women's Player of the Year award, and 1 European Championship win. An inspiration to millions of young footballers. Bronze ID. Name: Lucia Roberto Tuff, bronze. Date of birth: the 28th of October 1991. Place of birth: Berwick-upon-Tweed in England. Height: 1.72 metres. Position: defender, fullback. Clubs: Sunderland, Everton, Liverpool, Manchester City, Olympique Lyonnais and Manchester City again. National team: England. Left or right-footed? Right-footed. Tuff by name: Lucy Bronze was born in 1991 in Berwick-upon-Tweed, a town in northern England. Berwick is England's most northern town. It is very close to the Scottish border. For a time, Lucy and her family lived on the island of Lindisfarne, also known as Holy Island. It's a wild and remote place, famous its legends and tales of medieval monks, pilgrims and battles with Vikings. The spectacular Lindisfarne Gospels were written by a monk called Edelfrith around 700 CE. The monks left after the Vikings arrived. The people from this part of the world are tough, just like Lucy.
Happy World Book Day. This is George and Bingo. Everyone was excited when Dad brought home an adorable little puppy. Everyone, that is, except for George, the family cat. George did not like change and did not like the puppy. One day, when George left some unfinished food in his bowl, the puppy, who had been named Bingo, toddled over to give it a sniff. When George saw Bingo sniffing his food, he yowled and hissed. Bingo barked happily and bounded over to George. Finally, Bingo thought, this funny-looking puppy wants to play. George was so surprised that he ran upstairs. Bingo followed close behind. George leapt onto the bed, spun around, jumped back down, and dashed past Bingo, back down the stairs. When Bingo got to the bottom of the stairs again, George pounced. Bingo turned and ran back upstairs, and George chased him. To his surprise, George started to have fun. Up and down they went for almost an hour. By the time they stopped to rest, they were friends. I hope you enjoyed.